The first part is the house, which is, kind of paper like Japanese and wood and whatever. So again, it shows and what's going on. It shows how fragile the consciousness is with this. Okay, so, well, that's good too. So again, some of the new friends went toward a tunnel. The idea of that is also to possibly hide. So again, the idea of wisdom, people hide in ideas. They use like the ideas of wisdom, as that's brought up, thinking that, oh, I'm wise, I know the wisdom, I've read the Bibles, I've read all these documents and been taught by masters, I know all this wisdom. And realistically, they're hiding in those ideas, okay? And so again, choosing the adventure to face it. And as I said, the house that they were in, it shows how fragile this is. In other words, a house like that, or just like a tent you're staying in, someone can walk right through the walls, burn the place down so very, 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 very easily. And so if the house is brick, it's a little bit different, but then again, the person's consciousness can be in brick also. So again, and then into the backyard where people are singing. And so the next scene is, see, he's going through these scenes, he's getting these views, and the next scene he's on a mountaintop with snow. Mm-hmm. All of this is a comparison, you see. There's many times the real side experiences will have 3 steps, and this one has basically 3 steps itself. And so it's kind of set up for the new friends to experience, okay, making choices as to what's taking place, because we always have to confront those that don't want us here, the dark forces, whatever. We always have to confront that. And so there will be those at times that don't want to do that. They're going to run and hide is what they're going to do, you're saying. So, and the tunnel also represents future lifetimes. This is where, when people pass over many times, they see a tunnel and a light at the end of the tunnel. Very common experience, because that's where they're going to take the journey into their next lifetime, is what they're going to do. And so here, but he ends up on the mountain. So again, all these are comparisons for him. He sees what's going on. This is a comparison for him. And at the very end result shows him the possibility of having the big view with the pure awareness. That's what the snow represents. In the mountain, you have the big view. So again, all comparisons as to what's taking place, etc. He makes the choice. Well, again, you can see that the Japanese houses, you can break. In other words, if you have a little Japanese house like that, and you have somebody that wants to get in, well, they just walk through the walls, can't they? Because it's very fragile, isn't it? Fragile means like a baby. You have to hold them tight because they're very fragile. In other words, you don't want to drop them, you don't want to hurt them, whatever. So in other words, just like on packages when they're sent, it says fragile on them. That means that, oh, don't drop them because you can break them. So this consciousness, with what's going on there, that represents a type of consciousness that's taking place, is very fragile. And all of a sudden you see, as the so-called dark forces come in or whatever, that the new friends, or whoever they are, they split. You see how fragile it is? In other words, it's easy to break through because it's affected those people to run and take off. Looking at the decisions that each person makes, the most important part of this is he goes through the first 2 steps, the house and the confrontation and the backyard. Okay, the backyard represents the side from, or the etheric side, or the dream side, or the portal, seeing what's going on, and then the bigger view. So the third part is the most important part, as he learns to recognize all that's taking place and then decide his position and why. You see, we're just simply given the opportunity, and then we decide our position from what we experience. New